My book, Why Pro-Life, first came out in 2004. We come out with a brand new edition of it. Every single sentence in it was gone over. I went over it. Editors went over it. We wanted to make sure that all the details were right, all the statistics were up to date. The book is now 50% larger. Lots of new material, helpful material. If you have the old edition, you'll really profit from having the new one. Lots of changes, lots of improvements, lots more material. Several appendices that are in it that explain the biblical basis for the pro-life position. They quote a lot of scripture that go throughout church history and show what people throughout the ages, Christians, have believed about unborn children. So lots of valuable things in the book. The core of the book is still an argument that can be understood and appreciated by unbelievers. It does not, most of the book does not quote scripture. The main emphasis is on the scientific evidence and simply the logic of defending innocent people. So yes, the mother has rights, of course. It's not an anti-woman book, it's a pro-woman book. It's also a pro-child book. So we don't need to choose between whether we would defend the rights of women and children. This is a book that defends the rights of both, but argues that it is not in a woman's best interest for her to take the life of her child. Not only will the child die, but she will suffer psychologically, in some cases physically, certainly in the long run from guilt. It's a book that we believe God can use, has used. 300,000 copies of the original edition are in print, 18 different languages, but now we believe it's a better tool that can be used widely. And we're praying that God will use it to defend the rights of unborn children. Why Pro-Life is a book that can be used for you as an individual, as you work through the issues. How do you relate to the statement from Planned Parenthood, their slogan, every child a wanted child? What's the proper response to that? What does that really mean? What does that mean as an argument, and how can you agree with every child a wanted child, yet at the same time point out that, yeah, so let's want children, let's not kill them by abortion. Also, Why Pro-Life is a book that you can pass on to other people. I tried to think it through in a very rational way, to lay it out in a very logical way that makes sense for people, so that when they look at this book, it makes sense. These are rational arguments, scientific arguments about the development of the child, and this is something you can pass on to other people where they can look, they can read it, you can say, hey, just read this through, and then tell me what you think of it. What do you agree with? What do you disagree with? And I think it can lend itself to a lot of good discussions. Why Pro-Life is 170 pages. We're selling it for $3 each, which is a great deal. You can actually get it in quantity. If you buy 60, it's only $1 a piece. We want this book to be spread out everywhere. Churches, pro-life groups, small groups, buy them, give them to people at work. Another thing that you can do related to the book is access our website, where we have lots of little quotes that can be tweeted, placed on Facebook, that are from Why Pro-Life, and you can link to it at our website if you want to. The most important thing about it is not that you link to us. The most important thing about it, of course, is that you get out the word, that you speak up for those who cannot speak for themselves, as Scripture says in Proverbs 31. Defend the rights of the poor and needy. A lot of people are advocating for lots of innocent people. We also need, along with all those other people in sex trafficking, children who are hungry, who need clean water, we also need to advocate for God's littlest children, unborn children.